With the release of Forza Motorsport being right around the corner, here is my list of the top 5 things the game needs to get right to be successful right from the start. These things are especially important since the game will attract a lot more people via Xbox Game Pass and therefore needs to hook those people in right from the get-go. Let's start with number 1, the handling. It is no secret that the driving experience in a racing game is kind of important. And therefore, it is number 1 on my list, as the handling of the cars needs to be on point, fun and engaging from day one, and that regardless of if you are playing on a controller or with a dedicated racing wheel. From what we have heard from people that were able to play the preview version of the game, I'm quite optimistic here. The improved physics system really seems to pay off. But if there are any issues, and that regardless of track or car specific or with certain hardware, the devs need to be on top of this and able to quickly roll out hotfixes if necessary as well. Because if the driving experience is bad for anyone, they will quickly put the game down and may never return. So let's hope that this most crucial part of Forza Motorsport will make it a smashing success. Number 2 is the single player experience. Single player will probably be what most people start out with. The Builders Cup, which is the career mode, is looking to be quite a decent experience if you like the whole build up your car and grow with it approach. If you are unfamiliar, you can check my video on everything we know about Forza Motorsport. I'll link it up here. I don't foresee any major innovations in the single player campaign, but I think it will make for a totally fine career experience. What will make or break the single player, in my opinion though, is the AI. If the AI is not fun to race against, it will not be very enjoyable, as seen in the very static AI of previous Forza games. The claimed improvements on the AI front in the new Forza Motorsport look quite impressive, but it really needs to deliver. It needs to be as challenging as you want it to be via the difficulty settings, and it needs to do so consistently, regardless of track or car. I really hope the devs deliver on the promise of a massively improved AI, so we can have an awesome single player experience. But I'm still a little bit skeptical. Even the most recent game, Forza Horizon 5, had some problems with AI at the start. One other point is that free play needs to be really customizable, so there will be loads of fun to have outside of the Builders Cup as well. Number 3. Tuning and balance. Upgrading and tuning is, apart from the driving itself, one of the core aspects of Forza Motorsport. It has largely stayed the same compared to previous Forza games, which is not a bad thing, since I always found it to be quite a capable system. What I always found a bit lacking was the immediate feedback of the car after installing any upgrade. I have seen some feedback from players of the preview that installing just one upgrade, like better tires or improved suspension, could be felt way more than in previous games. That, coupled with the admittedly controversial progression system, could make for a way better experience for new Forza players, or ones that so far have only used the auto upgrade function. What needs to be well executed though is the balance of the system. Firstly, within itself, meaning that you can't just add power without handling parts, but need to make well-balanced upgrades to have a fast and well-behaved car. There also can't be major exploits in the tuning system, so that extreme values are always the best choice for a particular option, for example. And secondly, it needs to be balanced within the PI system, meaning the relative power between different cars needs to be within as small a margin as possible to allow competitive racing. We have not seen much on that front yet. While a subpar experience here will not make or break the game as a whole, it needs to be somewhat decent at the start, so as not to turn off players who enjoy tuning. Number 4 on my list is the online experience. Multiplayer will be the mode that will keep players around well after launch. And therefore it needs to be well executed, fun, fair and competitive. The system has changed quite a bit from previous Forza Motorsport games and now follows more of an approach similar to GT7 for example, where you will have races at set times with different car types. If you need a refresher on how it works, you can check my video covering everything we know about Forza Motorsport. You can also find out about the new and revised ratings and Forza race regulations there, which also play a big role in achieving a good multiplayer experience. Everything we've seen looks quite good at first glance, with the goal of fun, fair and competitive online racing as the design philosophy. I expect the system to not be perfect at the start and likely having to be tweaked after launch, but if the developers can stay on top of things, I'm quite confident that online racing will hit their set goals. What we have not seen or heard much about, but what is almost more important, is stability though. Both in terms of netcode and a stable connection to the server. I really hope they don't drop the ball here, as a messy system at the start could spell disaster for the online experience as a whole. Let's hope my fear is unfounded and everything will run smoothly. Fingers crossed. As a bonus, a good reconnect system would be amazing for people with disconnection issues. And number 5. Progression. Oh, the dreaded progression topic. If you have followed Forza Motorsport coverage in the last couple of weeks or saw my video on everything we know, then you already know what's coming. In a nutshell, cars will be the only thing bought with credits. To upgrade a car, you will have to level it up by driving it in any mode. Car part categories will unlock one after the other and earned car points can be spent on upgrade parts. A lot of people, including myself, think that this system may be fun for a while in single player, but will quickly get tedious and annoying because you have to level every car you want to upgrade even slightly. The concern is that the system will just turn into a grind fest. Do I expect it to be changed before launch? No, not really. But I am hoping that the devs will listen to our feedback and change it in some way sooner rather than later. My suggestion is this. Keep the system as it is, but for every car you level to 50, give every other one of that car's type a head start of say 10 levels. So that after having leveled 5 cars, every other car of that type will be level 50 immediately. Also, remove car part unlocks outside of maybe the Builders Cup. I want choice from the start. Car points already limit the amount of upgrades I can put in, so don't limit me artificially on another level. I know this topic is quite controversial. Maybe you actually like the system, or you have a completely different idea on how to change it. Let's have a discussion about it in the comments. Before we get to the summary, there is just one more thing to mention. Obviously, it would massively hurt Forza Motorsport's success if on release there are game-breaking bugs, crashes or just bad performance on some systems. But we can only hope that those things will not plague an otherwise great-looking game. So these are my top 5 points of what I think Forza Motorsport needs to be successful. I really think that if they nail these, the game will do really well. Do you agree, or am I completely on the wrong track? Is there anything that I've missed? Let me know in the comments down below. I always love seeing your feedback and will respond as well. Overall, Forza Motorsport looks like a solid basis for the next generation of the franchise and will very likely be supported for many years to come. I just hope the developers really listen to the community and are quick to fix issues so players will stick around. If you want to see me play Forza Motorsport on release, feel free to subscribe to the channel as I will be live streaming when the game goes into early access. I will also post more informational videos on the game and hope to see you there. I've been HD Racing. Thanks for watching.